Hi, I'm Louis Knight and I'm a singer-songwriter.
How many dreams do you gotta dream? This industry really fucks with your self-esteem when it used to be my therapy. I've been losing touch of everything I was. Who give a fuck if I burn this all down? Burn this all down. I'll burn this all down if it's falling in.
I've basically been, I know it's cliche, I've been singing my entire life, and I started writing songs when I was 14. My mum got me a piano on Craigslist for Christmas, and just been writing music ever since. And I was never the best student, never the best academically, a bit too ADHD to get anything done. So songwriting was kind of it for me, and I was really lucky that my parents saw that as well. And so I didn't go to college, and I've just been doing this ever since I graduated high school. I mean, everyone knew that I sang. All of high school, like middle school, I'd been posting like covers on YouTube and Instagram, and then once I started writing, I put out my first ever EP that has been stripped down from any streaming services now. That was kind of when everyone was like, oh, like this is a thing that he does, that he's like pretty good at, there's potential there. And then I took like an open-ended gap year, so to speak, after I graduated high school to do music. And I think that was when everyone was like, oh, like Louis gonna try to do music, everyone I knew. And some parents looked down on me, like some friends' parents and stuff, because everyone was going off to college and I wasn't. And then that year I wrote and recorded my EP Small Victories, which was my first real debut EP. And then I got on American Idol, and then that was when everyone was like, oh, this is something that looks like he can actually potentially do for his career, which, still driving that home, still just trying to make that happen, so.
When you left, you broke my heart, and I knew then we pushed each other too far.
It was incredibly validating that, I was on the right path, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely weird, that level of heightening in my career at such a young age. I was 19. It's definitely weird to jump from just, starting out to just bam on national television every week, top 7 of American Idol. But there's always more work to be done, and it was, it was a great experience, and I just kind of took it step by step, and now, it's just looking forward.
Oh, burn this all down. Listen, music was too hard to throw away. For everything that I couldn't say, for everything that I couldn't write down, had to figure it out.
I basically stopped writing music for a while after I didn't want to stop writing music, but I kind of got into this weird headspace after American Idol during the pandemic, where my song that kind of took off on American Idol was my original song, Change. And that was a song I wrote about losing one of my brother and I's best friends to suicide. And that was writing that song was such an emotional release for me. That music has always been sort of my therapy, in just how I process the ups and downs of life. And basically after American Idol, during the pandemic, I thought every time I sat down to write, it had to be, that was the bar of that song, Change. It had to be that same level of emotional release. And it just kind of created this unhealthy place in my mind where every time I sat down to write, it was never good enough. It was just never, like, I hated everything. It was a very negative, unhealthy headspace that it got me in. And especially, dealing with the pandemic, I think we all kind of fell in and out of depression a little bit, and but so I moved to LA. The song that I just put out, Burn This All Down, I moved to LA, and within about 2 weeks of living here, I was with a friend of mine, Francisco Martin, and we were just hanging out, and he started playing just random guitar chords, and I just started freestyling all my pent up feelings of, frustration, of feeling lost and trying to find myself again and, redefine my relationship with songwriting. It all just came out in that moment, that night we were hanging out, and then kind of the song just came to life. It's weird because Change, which was like, my song that really kind of took off on Idol, it was it was something that I had tried to write about for months and months, almost like a year. I can't tell you how many songs I started, trying to write about that experience of losing my friend. And it was like, in that way, it wasn't easy to write, but I think that there was a certain aspect of pressure after that had come out, after American Idol had helped me tell that story of, suicide prevention and mental health awareness. There was this extreme pressure that I did feel when it came to writing. I wasn't writing from the same place that I wrote Change from. It was kind of a more innocent to the music industry type perspective of someone just writing about, what they feel. And then I'd just quickly been exposed to so much of the music industry, the ups and downs, the roller coaster of it all, the negative side of it with, bad contracts and things like that, and just, all the ups and downs that go with it. I think I was then writing from this almost felt like a very different perspective in the music industry. So I guess it definitely was different. Yeah. You can follow me on Louis Knight, just my handle is Louis Knight, Louis with an S on Instagram, and TikTok is Louis Knight Official, and Twitter is Louis K Knight. Wait, Louis K Music, Louis K Music, I think. But yeah, please go follow. Stay tuned with all the upcoming music and my career, so forth. Hi, my name is Louis Knight, and you've just been buzzed.